Hey guys, welcome back to Zagami Beauty. I'm Krysia. We are going to be filming the brand new Pat Mcgrath palette, the Mothership Mega Palette. Mega Mothership, you know what I mean, in Celestial Odyssey. I haven't played with it yet, but I've swatched it and I'm just so smitten even just by the swatches. So of course we're gonna go over that. We're gonna do a full look with this palette. I'm gonna try and use, I mean, as many shades as possible, but there's 18 shades, so it's gonna be limited. However, of course, I can do another video with more looks. For today, we'll just do a full out thorough review. And I'm not sure if you guys are noticing, but I'm filming on a new camera and a new lens. And I am just so excited to have the ability to film on this camera because I think it looks way more realistic, and that was my goal. My goal was to eventually invest in a camera where what you guys see at home is what I'm seeing in real life. When it comes to makeup, when it comes to beauty products, you guys have to see it for what it is. You know, you gotta see the texture, you gotta see the full out shine if there is, you gotta see it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. And that is it for the intro. Of course, I invite you guys to subscribe before you leave today to see more videos from me. Ring that bell to get notified when I post. It's a bit erratic, 2 videos a week for the most part, but it's erratic because it's all based on when I have, you know, moment to fully edit and post. So definitely ring that bell so you get notified of when I upload future videos. In the meantime though, let's get straight into this. All right, let's take a quick look at this baby. So this is the new one from Pat Mcgrath, the Celestial Odyssey. And then I have the one from last year, and this is in, what color was this? Celestial Divinity. All her names are so confusing. It feels a little bit lighter. It's still cardboard. And those are the colors there. Very purpley, very jewel toned, I would say, compared to this one. It just looks a little bit more celestial. It looks a little bit more wearable to me. I feel like it has enough special shades to be able to be a little more creative for nighttime looks, but it has enough of those very wearable pink, sort of like champagne-y golden tones to be very good for daytime even. It's $105 at Sephora. It's also available on her website. And I encourage you to go to patmcgrath.com because right now she's giving away actually a, oh my goodness, I think it's the 6-pan Divine Rose something something palette for free, over $175. And so she always has like good deals. She'll have like 10% off. She'll have like gifts with purchases. The only issue with Pat Mcgrath Labs online is that the shipping takes a little bit longer, like a lot longer. That's the only negative thing about it. So if you want fast shipping, Sephora is the way to go. Plus there's of course the VIB sale coming up. So that'll be worth the 20% off. Let's go ahead and look at some swatches. The top row is super pigmented. Oh my goodness, from left to right, that gold just glides on, literally like molten gold. All the shimmers in this row are so pigmented and so creamy. That tealy type black shade, a bit crumbly, not gonna lie. It's almost just like an emollient crumble. But again, it's going to serve its purpose if you're careful with it, because I think it's just gonna give the most beautiful dark base that you can put a glimmer on top of. Super nice, I think, for nighttime. Second row, absolutely stunning. That first shimmer shade, perfect for just inner corner, brow bone. The pink shade is so pretty, more of a sheen metallic shade, and I'm telling you that fourth shade, wow, it is just so boom, in your face, shiny, just like galactic looking to me. I love that shade. Bottom row, so pigmented again, and that teal, that green, just gives enough dimension to this palette to make it interesting. The majority, 80% of this palette is your typical pinks, champagnes, golds, brownie tones, and then you get those little pops of something special that you can really do a super crazy nighttime look. But I'm heading off to work in a bit. We're gonna do something a little bit more wearable. Let's get straight into it. So I'm gonna use this shade here for the crease. I feel like there isn't that lighter shade for just blowing out the crease. I'm just gonna use that shade and just go in as light as possible. But again, it's already coming off like pretty dark. So we'll see what happens. Still blends nice, but as you can see, it definitely has punch. Normally I like to use something a little bit lighter on my skin tone anyways, but that's still good. It's still pretty. Now I'm using a MAC brush for kind of like blowing out my crease area. This is the 240S, the synthetic version. It's very soft. It's It's good for like a larger lid or kind of like a rounder bulbous eye. And it has a bit of a point on it too. So you're able to kind of get in there and then just kind of slightly blow it out. Let's go with another matte shade. Let's make it a little bit more pink. So I'm gonna actually grab a slightly more pointy crease brush. This is the one from Marc Jacobs. And I'm gonna go in with this Dusty Rose shade. And I think I just want to create a little bit more of a pinky base for that purple to go on top of. I love these kind of like dusty pink tones. Slightly extend it out there. I really want to use that shade, so I'm going to actually put that on right now. That one there. And then I'm going to work around it. I'm going to see what else I can kind of like add to it. It's just calling my name. Like, how do I not? Oh my gosh, you guys. That's insane. I knew it would be. I just had to have it on my eyeballs. And then I feel like I can just work around it and add onto it because I want this to be the feature. This is like made the palette worth it. Just this shade alone. Wow. I want something to kind of ground that look at the base of the lashes, but I don't want to go overly harsh. I'm going to grab a really, really tiny brush, and I'm actually going to go in with, I was debating, I'm like, do I go in with something super shimmery like that or something a little bit less shimmery? Let's go something a little bit less shimmery for now, just to sort of like define that upper lash. Then I'm going to use some of this shade, which is also very shimmery and quite intense. And I'm going to just kind of try to tie in those two colors. I need a little bit more pink. I feel like I just want a little bit more pink on the edge to pull it all in together. So I'm going to go in with this shimmery shade, a flat shader brush. Starting to look really broody. I kind of like it. Very tan, very sun-kissed, very, I don't know, sun goddessy. And do I dare use a little bit of that gold? Like that gold is just so shockingly beautiful. Let's take a little bit of that gold and just put it right in the center, like just a touch. Let's do a nice final blend. I think that's so pretty. I'm just literally putting random stuff on my eyes. Like that's kind of what I wanted to do, is just like whatever colors are, you know, attracting me, I'm just gonna put it on. I'm gonna use this shade here for the inner corner and brow bone. No brainer there. Bit crumbly, but still no problems. And then I kind of just want to blow out the bottom lash line. So I'm gonna use that pink there and just kind of like blow it out a little bit. Very pigmented. Whoa, okay. Way more pigmented than I thought. Oh dear. Okay, that was a little bit more than I wanted to do. So now I want to balance some things out here. Okay. Let's take a little bit of that icy violet shade and just balance out the bottom. Just put a little bit there. That inner corner shade, bring it in just a little bit. I think that's it, you guys. Okay, because I went just really crazy. I'm gonna put some mascara on and then we'll finish off the face. All right, we are back. Mascara is on, rest of the makeup is on. Today I used the Ambient palette, just in the regular one. It's the Universe, not the Universe Unlocked. I really like this for when I don't know what I wanna do for my makeup. So this was what I put on afterwards. And the lipstick is actually Famously Pink from Charlotte Tilbury. Super quick review if you're interested about this lipstick, as well as comparison swatches. Quick sneak peek there. So what do I think of this palette? I absolutely love it. I went in to do this look not knowing what I'm gonna do. I didn't have a plan, I didn't have a theme, I didn't have sort of like an intention with using this palette today. I just sort of wanted to dive in, really get my feet wet with all the colors that just attracted me, and I just did a mishmash of everything that attracted me about this palette. And it still turned out, like it still looks it still looks good. It still looks cohesive. It still looks very pretty, sparkly, shiny, still daytime enough. I think I can get away with this at work, right? Either way, I'm not taking this off. I think it looks really pretty, and I feel like you can't go wrong. Compared to last year, I feel like these shades just go well together. Even I think these shades here are going to look absolutely stunning in combination with a lot of these other ones. And I really feel like that's what makes this palette stand out compared to last year's. Last year's was a little bit too jewel toned for me, and it was almost like you had to go all in. You couldn't do anything too daytime or too simple with it. I feel like, yeah, you could do this one, but then that looks really intense, and then you're just stuck with one shade. But if you start adding any of these darker ones, it does go pretty intense pretty quick. And so I didn't get a lot of use out of this one. It's still beautiful in terms of quality and performance. That's not an issue. I think where this one excels is wearability, because the quality is there between both of them. The quality is just as beautiful. You're gonna get that creaminess, you're gonna get that blendability. That's not the issue. The issue is the colors. The color story in this is top notch. So much variety, yet so much cohesion built into one palette. And again, with the VIB sale coming up, it's $105 Canadian minus 20% off or 15% off is a really good deal. And I feel like it's worth it. You know, if you're kind of just not sure about one of her big mothership palettes, because those are $170 for 10 shades, then take your opportunity and get one of these. It just has more. Like, there's 18 shades, the price is better, and of course the packaging is more cardboard versus that really heavy packaging with like that beveled mirror. Yeah, that you're paying a lot more so for. However, this is just as sturdy. Like, you're not gonna have anything happen to this anytime quick. The mirror is absolutely beautiful, so clear, so wide-scaped, and I just really feel like this is definitely going to be a massive recommendation for this sale. So if you guys are wondering, if you're on the fence, I would definitely recommend it. I give this one a 10 out of 10 for sure, and it's only my first time playing with it, and I'm that confident that it would be liked by so many different types of tastes. I also wanted to do more looks for you guys, and so my idea as I was filming this just popped into my head is to do 3 looks. One look to be super daytime, like we're talking uber natural. Second look to be more of a date night, so just a little bit more amped up. And then the third look to go really quite artistic, sort of like New Year's or just something a little bit more extravagant. Let me know down below if you guys are interested in me filming that for you. I would love to do it because it just seems like such a beautiful, artistic, and yet easy palette to create looks. And so I can't wait to play with it a little bit more. And that is all for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Are you getting it? Do you have it? Do you love it? Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys go today. Ring that bell to get notified of future videos, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye, guys.